I hope you all understand it's not easy for me to keep my composure like this when I see videos like this happening, but I will do my best nonetheless. This all took place on December 6, 2024, taking place in Guthrie, Kentucky. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. You know what, I don't even care whether or not I'm pronouncing that correctly. They don't even deserve me pronouncing them correctly, so let's just continue. The victim of what you're about to see is George Henderson, a man who served for nearly 30 years in the US military and was a highly decorated veteran. Although during his service in the military, during his 6 different deployments overseas, he received head injuries and PTSD, and when he was discharged in 2018, they diagnosed him with Alzheimer's disease. At about 2 p.m. in Clarksville, Tennessee, where Henderson lives, he ended up going missing, and later that night, the police department issued a silver alert for him. Temperatures were dropping, obviously the family was getting extremely worried, until he was found at this Exxon gas station in Guthrie, Kentucky, with the primary infamous star of this interaction, this police brutality as you're about to witness, that being Jacob Pritchett. Allegedly at this gas station at the time, the employee hit the panic alarm after he physically fought with Henderson to keep him from going into his own personal vehicle, which prompted a response from the PD, in particular Jacob Pritchett, which is where this body cam footage begins. I gotta warn you guys, viewer discretion is advised because, believe me, it gets ugly really quick.
How's it going, brother?
How you doing?
Good. Got a call about you assaulting somebody? What happened with that?
I work with these guys.
Yeah. Was it him you pushed? Who did you push?
Who did I push? I pushed the miller from back.
You pushed what?
I don't know what you're looking for from me. But what I do is I go out there and tell them Miller bills and all that shit. You wanna leave something about me? You can call some people. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't trying to steal nothing.
Okay. You good? You got any guns or knives on you or anything? Just take your hand out for me. Take your hands out for
Let
me.
me get you the gun. I don't have no guns.
Okay, turn around for me.
All right.
Turn. Give me your hands.
We'll talk about this later. The Terry Frisk.
Where you live at? Walk up here. Yeah, walk up here to this counter with me. Lean up on that counter up here for me, okay? We're gonna figure out what's going on. Let me talk to this other guy.
Live in this area.
I got you. Go over and sit up next to that counter. We'll talk to him real quick. What's going on? He's getting in your car? What did he say? So he was attempting to take your vehicle. Okay. Hey, so why were you inside his car? You weren't inside his car?
Yes, it was.
You were inside of his car?
He gave me a climber. He told me to come over there and I was judging what he had on. He had all the stuff that he needed to find me and that person so he could come through.
I got you. Okay.
I ain't trying to do anything.
I understand.
Do
you take any kind of medication or something? No, your pupils are very, very, very tiny, pinpointed. Can you look up in the air for me?
I don't drink. I don't drug.
Go ahead and turn around and put your hands behind your back for me. You got cocaine in your nose.
Man, that's a lie. That's a lie. Don't wait for oh, man.
Let go of my hand, goddammit. You understand me? Put your hands behind your back.
Yeah, I think we've seen enough. Okay, let's just for a moment pretend that this victim didn't have Alzheimer's or any kind of mental illness. Alright, let's just set that aside for just a minute. It is true that the panic alarm was hit, but the cop did not know whether or not that guy actually did try to get into somebody else's car. For all he knows, that is a false accusation, and going on to Terry v. Ohio, that Supreme Court case has determined that a cop may Terry frisk somebody if they have probable cause to believe that the person they are frisking is armed and presently dangerous. This Supreme Court case makes that extremely clear. And yet, just like a lot of cops in America, if not all of them, Pritchett proceeds to abuse that Supreme Court case. And also, we the people, keep in mind that Pritchett only assumed that this guy had some kind of controlled substance just because he looked up his nose and saw what he thought was powder, I guess. In that particular situation, for all he knew, it could have just been regular medication or even remains of a powdered donut, I don't know. And then we get to the part where he knocks him unconscious by punching him in the back of the head, demanding that he let go of his arm. It's unclear what's shown on the body cam, and I really hope security cam footage actually caught this on camera, and that we get to see it internationally. But I want you to keep in mind that this scumbag telling Henderson to let go of his arm comes way after it's revealed that he wasn't even holding on to the cop's arm at all. In fact, you can see both hands on the body cam with nothing grabbing onto them. And that's of course not to mention him screaming at a clearly passed out man. Kinda reminds me of Matthew Kruger, wouldn't you say? Now, assuming I'm not missing anything on the current situation of that interaction, I want you to combine all of those things, and once again add the cherry on top that Henderson is an Alzheimer's patient. Now here's a couple other things to note about this. First of all, Pritchett lied in his police report in saying that Henderson bit his arm or grabbed onto his arm, which obviously didn't happen in this body cam footage from what we can tell. Number two, when they took this man into custody, they found out that he had the silver alert on him because he is an Alzheimer's patient. So you would think at that point, at the very least, the cop involved, Pritchett, would feel some kind of remorse for what he did, right? Come on, you're giving this man way too much credit. Of course he's gonna charge him with 5 different charges. Those being theft by unlawful taking, more than likely because he tried to get into somebody else's car that he didn't realize wasn't his own. Public intoxication, even though it was discovered that this man was not intoxicated at the time of his arrest. Resisting arrest, when he was passed out on the floor, mind you, and once again, that reminds me of a situation with Matthew Kruger. Third-degree assault of a police officer, and first-degree possession of controlled substances. And those last two are felony charges. And once again, I cannot stress this enough, we the people, these charges came after it was discovered that George Henderson was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. I'm going to spare you all the shameful excuses that this stupid police department and lamestream media gave to justify this cop's actions, which is to say that it's within their department policy to do things like this. Because with everything that we've seen in this video and what I've told you, this is not a matter of a lack of accountability. This is a lack of humanity. This is a man who obviously needed help, and even after it was discovered that he was an Alzheimer's patient, they still proceeded to give him felony freaking charges. And you know what? I can't believe I'm going to say this. Not a single one of these Guthrie, Kentucky government workers are human. Not a single one of them. If there was even one human in that entire city, George Henderson would have been let off with no charges whatsoever, at the very least. I am going to leave contact information down below to this police department and this city as a whole for all of you to hold accountable, including but not limited to the prosecuting attorney of this city. Now I understand that there is not a single one of them that deserve any sort of respect, but as hard as it is to give them any kind of respect, please do be as respectful as can be in redressing your grievances. Let them all hear our roar. We'll leave a link down below to the original body cam footage for you guys to see the uncut version for yourselves. Make sure to check out in the description and pinned comment our link to Attorney Shield along with our promo code of ROR1776, and never stop loving the Constitution.